Now then YouTube, I am the TOFF man and welcome back to some more Thaumcraft and Botania Unite. Well, it's kind of, as I said in the last episode, it's more like Thaumcraft and add-ons and Botania Unite. So, I want to do a lot of stuff. I've still got to do in this series. I do apologise for the wait, guys. I had a massive issue with my world, and I had to go all the way back what I'd already done and then have to sort that out. And luckily I take regular backups, but it did require me doing a little bit of extra work, and I've managed to get back to where I was. Anyways, the reason why I had so many issues was because, oh, that bloody thing, I swear to God, I always get it now, and it's really annoying. It's really annoying. So mining fatigue 4 there, I'm going to have to wait a minute and then get that on there, and hopefully it'll sort it out. I might have to turn warp effects off because they really are getting quite annoying now, guys. Anyways, a lot of people in the last episode were saying to me, oh, Tough man, add in Thaumic Horizons, add in Thaumic Horizons. So guess what, guys? I've added in Thaumic Horizons. Now, I don't know anything about this mod. I literally know nothing at all. So what I'm going to go through here is a blind kind of let me look at Thaumic Horizons. And I'm sure people are going to put stuff in the comment section explaining to me what I can and can't do with this particular mod, of which I'm looking forward to. You know, a lot of people keep harping on about it, and it's something that I really would like to learn and possibly do a mod spotlight of in the near future. So now that's done, let me go ahead and drink one of that, and then that's it. We've got no more sane thoughts. Right, okay. So, I don't know where the best place to start with on all of this. I need scribing tools and paper. This seems like a good place to start. Shard transmutation. So, why don't I go over to yonder place. Fly over there. Over to yonder place. Get a couple of permutatios. How many did we actually need for that? 4. Well, how many permutatios have I got? None. Oh, bloody order. Right, give me a second, guys. I'm going to get some stuff, and I'll be right back. Well, using the old trick with the crafting tables in here, you can get all of the primal aspects. So I've managed to get myself enough of the order now to get shard transmutation. Let's have a quick gander at this. Oh, we've managed to get ethereal shards and unlock some more stuff. Was this unlocked before, or I don't know if it was unlocked before or not. There's a great wood boat. Ooh, collision insurance. That sounds very nice indeed. We might as well go ahead and have a look at that. There's a Thaumian boat as well. We'll have a look at them, a closer look at them in a second. Anyway, shard transmutation. This is going to be an episode, guys, that is going to be firmly around Thaumic Horizons, getting into Thaumic Horizons, trying to understand what is added in by Thaumic Horizons. So expect this to be kind of like a blind playthrough of Thaumic Horizons. So I will be going through all of this stuff. I will be reading all of the stuff that's through the book because I've never played with it before. So I'm just letting you guys know straight off the bat here. So a balanced shard in here with a few of the either permutation, it seems, and 2 of the other relative aspect will get you that particular shard, or it seems. Few thaumaturgical troubles can compare to realising that you have run out of shards of one aspect, whilst a pile of others sit there tauntingly. This annoyance is finally a thing of the past. While any shard can be easily transmuted into a balanced shard, you have only recently discovered the trick of reversing this process. By charging the shard with an overabundance of the desired aspect, then using a small amount of permutatio to wash away the remainder, you are left with an ordinary shard. Nice. So shard transmutation, which has unlocked ethereal shards, of which we'll have a look at in a second. I still need to actually grab this. The botanist's inkwell. Does that actually fill? No, it doesn't fill from here, which is a shame. We need to go ahead and start finding some researches. Now, I don't know. I think this one opens up first. Alcheponics? Really? Is that how it says? Alcheponics, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and slap that back into here. And I'm going to do this off camera, of course, and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, I've managed to get that one sorted. We've got the Alcheponics now. Crops on demand. Let's have a look at this one. Open that up. It's this one right here, and of course it has unlocked the next one, which is Alchemical Incubation. A chicken in every crucible. Really? Interesting. Anyways, let's have a look into this and see what... Ooh, we can get wheat from this by shoving in some seeds, aqua, lux, and terra, and that will get us 2 pieces of wheat. Well, While inanimate matter is easy enough to modify through alchemy, living things seldom survive the process. Your recent work has taken a somewhat different tack. Instead of attempting to modify plants, you have simply used alchemy to accelerate their natural life cycle. By soaking the seeds of common food crops in the concentrated essence of light, water, and soil, plants can be grown with astonishing speed. Unfortunately, this process takes its toll. The plants invariably die shortly after fruiting. Okay. So 1 carrot, you can basically... You get wheat. Why would you want to do this? I don't understand. Maybe doubling the amount of wheat that you can get? And carrots? Maybe? Most crops can be further propagated from alchoponic products, but wheat grown in this manner is sterile. I don't get it. Maybe it is just a simple case of getting more for your money. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like that. I don't know why you would want to do that. We need a couple of victors for this one. So I'll go ahead and make a couple of victors. Not a problem. Alchemical Incubation. Let's have a look at this. After the success of alchoponics, applying a similar process to animals seems to be the logical next step. Providing a chicken egg with warmth and raw life energy guarantees that the embryo within will survive when the egg is opened. Better yet, by limiting the process to the chicken's infancy, you seem to have solved the rapid aging which plagued your crops. So, an incubated egg, I would suggest, as it says, guarantees that the embryo within will survive when the egg is opened. Every time that you smash one of these incubated eggs, I would think a chicken would pop out of them. So that is interesting. Meat growth. Need scribing tools. Now the Thaumic Horizons. I think it was. It's here. Thaumic Horizons. Was it? I'm sure it was this one that was saying about the infusion, or was it Thaumic Infusion or something like that? Somebody said something about another mod, and I will have to have a look at that one. But people keep banging on about Thaumic Horizons, so I've gone ahead and added that in. Meat growth. Let's go ahead and add that to it as well, and slap that into there, and get myself that back, and then I'll need to deal with this. Okay, whilst I've done this one, guys, now I have this, meat growth. It was, in fact, Thaumic Infusions was another mod that I will be looking at adding at some point soon, but I want to go through some of this stuff first. So, meat growth, that is very interesting. You now have a solid understanding of how alchemy interacts with an organism's natural growth. By selectively applying these techniques, you can propagate individual tissues without needing to grow the entire animal. The most obvious application of this discovery lies in food production. A small sample of raw meat can be grown to arbitrary size without losing its texture or flavour. So 1 raw chicken with some victus in here will actually double the amount of either pork chop, beef, or whatever it is, the meat. It will double that and give you 2 back. So that is very interesting. So what is this? Because this is... people have been going on about this, but I'm not quite sure why. And I don't know if there's some particular thing in here that's going to make me go, oh my god, I need this in my life. At the moment, this stuff I can kind of live without. Unless you need a ton of meat. And I mean, you could use some sort of system where you actually double the amount of meat that you get, which will then get fed into one of the Botania plants maybe to get eaten. I'm not quite sure whether or not that's something you would really want to go ahead and do. There are better ways, of course, of making mana, but I don't know. Maybe we'll get into that. Anyway, flesh hardening from food to fashion. Let's go and take a look at this one. Despite your success at duplicating meat, growable, usable skin has proven to be a more vexing problem. Now you may have discovered an alternate method of leather production. When boiled in the proper mixture of essentia, most varieties of flesh harden until they become indistinguishable from natural leather. You have even managed to transmute rotten zombie bits into a usable form, although in this case a dollop of... what the heck? My god, you can hardly see that. It says order is needed to reverse their decay. So, any kinds of pork chop, rotten flesh, raw beef, probably not chicken by the looks of things, can be turned into leather. But the rotten flesh requires Ordo, the other ones require Fabrico and Panis to be able to do so, and that will get you leather. Okay, very interesting. Blood Alchemy. Let me go and grab the Botanurgist's inkwell as we... Oh, we've run out of paper. I'm pretty sure we had some paper in one of these somewhere. There we go. One piece, but it's enough to go ahead and make that. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera, because this takes a while, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, these effects are really doing my head in now. I mean, literally, when you haven't got Warp Ward, they are every second. I mean, well, not every second, obviously, but every minute, at least every 1 minute, something will happen to you. And it's really annoying. Anyway, Blood Alchemy, which is forbidden knowledge, so I'm going to slap a bit more warp onto me. Why not? Might as well. Blood Alchemy then. What is this? Because this sounds like something that is specific to this mod and sounds interesting. The art of potion making has been practiced for centuries, but its need for esoteric reagents limits its scalability. What if you could achieve the same ends using essentia? Of course, the idea of drinking essentia makes thaumaturges wince, and for good reason. The human stomach was not built to process raw magical energies. On the other hand, alchemically treating a sample of your own blood and injecting it back into yourself has proven to be a reliable method of applying temporary magical effects. Interesting. So we can get a warded syringe with a glass vial and an iron nugget there with an aqua and order. Ooh. A seroconverter. Alchemical injections can be created with a blood syringe and up to 8 units of essentia in any combination, selected via the seroconverter's interface. The injection's effects depend on the aspects chosen and can be somewhat unpredictable, but you have noticed a few patterns. Each aspect seems to have an affinity for several potion effects, but an injection can only provide one effect per 2 essentia used. What? It appears... You see what I mean? It's there again. It appears that only the effects with the highest cumulative affinity are actually manifested. Since an individual's aspects affinities often include both positive and negative effects, it would be wise to experiment with different combinations in order to dilute unwanted effects. Okay, so it seems like you play with the amount of aspects that you use, and it gives you certain different positive and negative potion buffs and obviously debuffs, and then you experiment with them in order to dilute the unwanted effects. So sounds interesting. For example, Lux Essentia has a strong affinity for night vision and a weak affinity for blindness. You can create a short-lived injection of night vision with 2 Lux, but adding a third will also apply a blindness effect. If the 4th unit of Essentia is Perfodio, which has a very strong affinity for haste, the resulting injection will instead apply night vision and haste. Sounds a bit complicated to me. The seroconverter can operate in either automatic or single mode. The former will continue to produce injections as long as the device is provided with blood and essentia and has free output slots, while the latter will stop after 1 successful treatment. Drawing your blood with warded syringes can be performed... Don't you dare. It's a bad idea to walk in front of me. Well, you deserved it. Now, where were we? Ooh. Anyways, where were we? Should you have a need for it, you can also draw blood from... And it's there again. What is... Either we've gained a load of stuff there, we might have just got a load of positive stuff there. Should you have a need for it, you can also draw blood from any living creature by right-clicking it with an empty syringe. It should be noted that animal blood is not suited for alchemical processing. Injection can be applied to yourself by right-clicking or applied to another creature by striking it with a syringe. For sanitary reasons, warded syringes should be discarded after a single use. Okay. The seroconverter, which I'm sure... What is this? A blast file. We need a couple of pieces of Victus for this. Having already obsoleted the classic potion, it was a simple matter to do the same for splash potions. Simply fill an essentia vial with a mixture of blood and gunpowder, then treat it as you would a warded syringe. The resulting vial explodes on impact, showering any nearby creatures in the magically charged blood. This may not be particularly sanitary, but it's certainly effective. So we need the syringe, along with some gunpowder and 4 glass vials, and it'll get us 4 blast vials, which obviously combine with whatever you've put into there, and it'll be like a splash potion. Interesting. This does sound, it does sound like something I want to mess around with at some stage. What is that? Node monitor. Keeping your eye on things. Ah, the Great Wood Boat as well. You have many skills, but building sturdy boats and piloting them are not amongst these. No matter, with a bit of thaumaturgical know-how and some Great Wood logs, you can construct a boat capable of returning to its original shape after even the most embarrassing collisions. Additional enchantments, I love that. This is what boats should be like. Oh my god, go away. Go away. Please. With a bit additional enchantments make it slightly faster than the ordinary boat. The Great Wood Boat will never be destroyed on impact, but can be picked up by punching it like any other boat. Okay, interesting. There is a Thaumian boat there as well. Ward Focus Illumination, that would probably be like dynamic lighting maybe. This thing I'm interested in, but I've got no more paper. Oh, I do. I apologise. It seems I do. I'm going to unlock this one. I'm going to take a look at the Curative Vat. Okay, that one took a while to do. Yeah, I'm certain I'm going to get rid of these bloody things. It is getting stupid, the amount of stuff that I'm getting. So, the Curative Vat, let's go ahead and do it. Look, every time I eat now, it's just... Oh, God, it hardly lasts a minute. Ugh. Anyways, the Curative Vat... Ooh, livestock on demand. That sounds like something I could use. Curative Vat, whoa. Okay, this is a multi-block structure. With your newfound understanding of tissue replication, it should be possible to adapt these techniques to rapidly heal a creature's wounds. This procedure is rather delicate and cannot be performed with a crucible. Instead, you have designed a specialized vat which diagnoses the patient and pipes in the appropriate essentia to treat them. Victus restores lost health, albeit slowly. Fames refills your hunger bar. Sano quickly restores health. It also nullifies most negative status effects. To enter or exit the Curative Vat, simply right-click the lid's access hatch. Theoretically, the vat should be capable of healing any being, but so far none of your livestock have proven cooperative enough to enter. Suspecting that your vats can be further improved, you have designed the hatch to double as an expansion port. So, this is very, very interesting. The Curative Vat looks like I can restore health, hunger, and Sano seems to quickly restore health. It also nullifies negative status effects. Now, I wonder if... Oh, for crying out loud. This is really killing me. This is really, really killing me. Oh my god, go away. Jeez. Whose idea was it to get a load of this stuff so I could get to the Eldritch tab? My goodness gracious me. Which I do still want to get into as well, by the way, guys. Automage, there's a load of stuff still to do. I just want to find it. I want to get in there. I want to get all of my stuff researched. And then... but I wanted to look at this on camera with you guys, because it's not a well-known mod. You know, it's not massively out there. So I want to do this on camera for you guys so that you can see what things are along with me. So this Curative Vat seems like a very nice thing to have. And I will be getting one of them at some stage. I need 3 Victus for that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Incarnation. You are tantalizingly close to mastering life itself. It is time to take the next step. Artificially birthing whole organisms. Wow. This procedure can be performed in an unmodified Curative Vat, but it does require a few special reagents. The first of these is a tissue sample from the creature to be cloned, a piece of meat or a warded syringe filled with the creature's blood. Once the sample is in place, piping 4 Victus Essentia into the vat will ignite its growth. Finally, the clone will require... Oh, for crying out loud. I've run out of food here. It's bloody unnatural hunger. Do I need, like, rotten flesh or something? My hunger begins to fade. Good. Ah. Well, there we go. I've just got hunger now. That is interesting. Anyways, let me get back to this. Once the sample is in place, piping 4 Victus Essentia into the vat will ignite its growth. Finally, the clone will require large amounts of nourishment to reach its adult size. You have developed an optimized nutrient mix for this purpose. And we got some nutrient mix, which is sugar and some fames, which is pretty easy to go and grab. When all reagents have been added, the clone will rapidly grow to its adult size. You may extract your creation by right-clicking the vat with a warded jar. Really? The incarnation procedure has one curious limitation. While cloned animals develop their own souls during the growth process, apparently by coalescing some of the local aura, it cannot replicate the human soul, dooming human clones to failure. Breaking a vat which contains a creature will likely be fatal. I'm betting that there's going to be quite a lot of bad stuff that comes out of that, in the form of taint maybe. So the Beast Dynamo, portable power. Let's go and grab some of this. And I think a Beast Dynamo. Good stuff. Let's pop that in there and we'll learn this. Okay guys, we've managed to get that sorted now. Beast Dynamo, which is apparently portable power. Let's have a quick... Ooh, Essentia Dynamo. This all seems really, really interesting. I need 5 aurum for that. Oh, that was easy. Good stuff. I can buy that in a second, but I want to look at this one first. The Beast Dynamo. Occasionally you find yourself needing Centivis without an energized node at hand. This apparatus neatly solves the problem by powering devices directly from the user's wand. Holding down the right mouse button with a wand in hand will charge the dynamo, drawing 1 Vis per second from the wand and emitting 5 Centivis. By default, oh my god. Why? Go away. Drawing 1 Vis per second from the wand and emitting 5 Centivis. By the default, the Beast Dynamo will operate on all 6 primal aspects simultaneously, but the frugal Thaumaturge can also restrict it to only draw the aspects she needs. She? I'm not a she. At least not when I last looked. She needs via its GUI. So the Beast Dynamo, it's a primal charm. Primal charm. I don't think I've got that research yet. A couple of gold ingots, piston, and a great wood planks. Aurum, machina, permutation, potentia. Now let me have a look, because this was moved. No. I'm pretty sure. Do I have it? Where was it? Is it in here? It was in here, but then I'm sure it was moved. I'm pretty sure it was moved over to the Eldritch tab. And inside here, or at least you've learned this and then it unlocks it a little bit later on. But anyways, let's move on. The Essentia Dynamo then. What is this? I'm interested in this. Though the Beast Dynamo is certainly useful, its need for manual attention often makes it impractical. What if you could automate this process by piping in Essentia? From your early attempts to develop the alchemical centrifuge, you remember that it was all too easy to accidentally vaporize Essentia into Vis. Ordinarily, this energy would simply bleed into the local aura and be lost to you, but performing this operation within the proper containment field can produce an intense stream. What the hell? What the hell? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What is this? Leave me alone. Come on now. That scared the living crap out of me, I've got to say. I don't mind admitting that actually did scare me just slightly there. All I heard was spiders everywhere. Have they gone yet? I mean, seriously, come on. Give me a break. I have no idea where they are. Oh, there's one. Any more? Any more? Want in any more? No? Well, leave me alone then whilst I'm doing this. Oh, for crying out loud, go away. Right. I can't concentrate with this bloody going on. Go, just leave me alone. Early attempts to develop the alchemical centrifuge. You remember that it was all too easy to... Okay. Ordinarily, blah, 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 blah. The dynamo consumes 1 unit of Essentia per second and outputs a total of 12 Centivis. It can accept compound aspects, though the energy is evenly split among all primal present in that compound. For example, Arbor Essentia would produce 4 Centivis of air, aqua, and terra, whilst Humanus could produce 2 Centivis of all 6 primals. 2 Centivis, that's not bad actually, is it? Pretty sure that's not bad. There's a bit somewhere that tells me where I can actually get... There we are, look. 3333. My goodness gracious me. I am certainly going to be taking that off now, guys, because it's getting annoying. It's getting really, really annoying. Anyways, what is that? Arcane lenses, visual enhancement. I will, not yet, but I will be adding in the Thaumic infusions as well. Not yet though, I would like to start playing with some of this stuff, especially the curative vat. I would like to see how that actually works, especially for food and stuff like that, and health. And I like messing around with Thaumcraft. I love messing around with Thaumcraft, and all of these Thaumcraft add-ons and stuff that are coming out for it. It's just I love adding to Thaumcraft. I honestly do. I love adding to Thaumcraft. So yeah, if anybody's got any more that they would like to let me know of, then that would be fantastic. I do know about Thaumic infusions, and that is something that I will probably be adding in at a later date. Next episode, we will be back and doing some more of this stuff. And then we'll probably start on maybe the curative vat. I would like to get into this. But Eldritch is something I would like to get down as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. So anyway, yes, until next time then, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, stay safe.